We see beautiful colors of the rainbow. We see all the different species. I mean, he created an insect, not one, but hundreds of thousands of insects. I would have been happy if he just created one. I'm not a bug fan. But some of those bugs that he created actually look like alien beings from another planet. I mean, God created the aurora borealis. I could never say that.
Borealis.
How many of you have ever gone and seen that? The northern lights. Beautiful, beautiful colors of every kind. And God's a visual God, and he created us to be visual people. It's like we have this movie theater in our brain, so that all of these pictures are running through our mind all the time. And sometimes negative thoughts creep into our mind. In fact, for some of us, we're often entertaining negative thoughts about our marriage, about feeling like we're a failure, or fearing that our marriage is going to fall apart, or that our kids might get into some accident, or our finances are not going to be sufficient. And we think all of these negative thoughts, we have all these negative pictures, but the truth is 99.9% of them are false. They're never going to happen. Only 0.1%, and they've done studies on this, only 0.1% actually happen. And God gives us this uncanny grace for that 0.1%. So that when we get through that, usually not in the middle of it, but at the end of it, when we get through it, we're better people as a result of it. Our devotion is deeper because of it. We love in a greater way because of it. We're just better because we went through that 0.1% situation. But since that's true, the devil wants to deceive us. All he's got left is deception, to convince us that things are worse than they really are. He wants to get us to believe that they're really true, and convince us to keep watching that negative channel in our mind, and convince us these negative thoughts are reality. And he begins to build a stronghold. I was thinking it's kind of like, these big 5-7 ton elephants. Have you seen them in the circus? And have you ever noticed they line them up and they just stay right where they put them? Why is that? Why do they just stay where they put them? You know why? Because they have them chained to a stake. But that stake is not sufficient to hold them in place. One flip of their leg and that chain and that stake will go flying, right? But what they did is when that elephant was just a little Dumbo elephant, they staked it, they pounded the stake into the ground, and they put a chain on his leg, and he would tug at that and pull at that until he became convinced there is no way in the world that he's going to be able to get free. And so later on, when he's a 5 or 7 ton elephant, he's convinced already that any effort on his part is not going to set him free. He's chained there in that spot. But it's not because he can't physically get free. It's because mentally he is locked in to that spot. It's called a stronghold. And the enemy wants to establish strongholds in your mind and in mine. He wants us to keep watching that channel. He wants to convince you that there's only one channel, and then he can put his content on that channel in your brain. He wants to keep you worried. He wants to keep you upset. He wants to steal your sleep. He wants to increase your fear. He wants to cause you to make bad decisions. He wants to disrupt and tear down your marriage and your family and your future. And men, he does it with untrue pictures. Things that are not real, that are not the truth. It's like a loop recording that plays over and over and over in our mind. And it plays the aggregate, accumulated negative thoughts of things we've ever experienced, things will come to your mind like you're too wishy-washy. You set a diet, but you've cheated on your diet. I saw you eat that ice cream. The way you dress, you don't dress for success. If you worked out, you would look a lot better, but you're too lazy. And these thoughts keep coming into our mind because he's convinced us to stay dialed in to his channel of negativity. And I want to tell you what the enemy's goal is. His goal is to get you so disenchanted with everything in your life that he steals your joy. He robs you of your testimony. He's telling you you're not handsome. Nobody wants you around. Your ears are stick out too far. Whatever. He just wants to get you disenchanted so that you don't like yourself. And then when you don't like yourself, he's got you because you have one problem. You know what that problem is? You can't get away from yourself. You can't get away from yourself. You can get away from guys at the church that you don't want to be around. You can get away from people at work. You can get away from your family if you're frustrated. But you can't get away from you. You go to work with you. You eat lunch with you. You even go on vacation with you. Right? I never promised a profound sermon this morning, so, all right? So you do everything with you, and if you don't like you, then you're going to have a troubled future. Well, why does the enemy do that? Well, the only group of people in the entire world who has power over hell, who has power over the devil, is you. You